Hey, that would be sick. We really need to like have like hire some guy for like a couple
We got to
hundred.
get some. We got to get a
Or like
production team.
some intro.
What
That'd
happened to
be
Grizz?
yeah,
Grizz
yeah,
was our fucking producer, and
yeah.
guess what? This guy has a baby. All of a sudden, he just quits on us.
Unbelievable. We
Look at
got
us.
we got
Look
we
at
got
us.
kids over here. We're filming this at 9:11 p.m. on Thursday night,
Yeah.
September 25th. We got, shit, babies crying in the back. I got a dog drinking out of shit water. You know, the,
Missing just a riveting football game, Seattle, Arizona, just a
He's
riveting
just
game right
lighting
now.
it up, and we're not watching it at all.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. We're deep into our analysis. We have the game right here. We're going to cover every bit. Hey, First and Zen, guys. Guys, it's the name of the podcast. It's why we're doing it. We're here for First and Zen. We're still looking for them to sponsor us. So if you know anybody within the Zen organization, know that we're touting your product. We are some of your biggest fans, your biggest advocates. We are in the lip pillow industry, and boy, will I say these are the Tempur-Pedics of lip pillows. They go in, they're so soft and sweet, and they caress your mouth. And you and then all of a sudden you get a little jolt in there, and you're in a shitty meeting, and you want to kill yourself, and you hate your boss, and you're like, oh, this sucks. Throw in a little lip pillow. You're gonna get through it just fine.
The hand of God comes down and massages your scalp and says, "Hey, buddy, today's gonna be a good day.
It's all right, dude.
Today's gonna be a good day."
My
And guess
personal
what?
pref, my
We're doing it.
personal.
We're doing a promo. If the Texans score more than 21 points, everybody gets a free can of Zyn. And we might be waiting until week 12, 13, 14, but the promo will last all year
It's
long as
deep,
needed,
man.
as long as needed, because we know it's going to be tough for the Texans to get to 21. The Zins,
Well,
they felt like this is a pretty safe bet for them.
that cut's pretty deep coming from a guy who they lost to fucking Cleveland last week. So I
We
don't.
needed that loss. The Packers needed that loss. They
Oh,
needed a little.
classic.
That's a classic loss that you needed to take. You just beat two great teams. You
Hey,
got your
fun fact.
left tackle coming out and saying we're going to go undefeated. Well, guess what? You go and lose to the Browns. Now you humble yourself. You go back Sunday Night Football and you smash the Cowboys by 30. What's going to happen on Sunday? We needed that loss.
All right,
We needed.
I'm gonna have a lot of confidence because this stat maybe is not fully accurate, but it's close. Pretty sure there's only been like one team in the last like 30 years that started 0-3 and made the playoffs. Do you know who that
Yes,
team is?
Texans.
Houston fucking Texans. Right. 9 in a row. 9 in a row, Steegs.
This is feeling maybe a little bit more like the year that they went like 12-4 with Deshaun, and then the next year they went 4-12 and had one of the first
Dude, I
picks
saw
of the
this
draft.
stat.
More like that.
Which honestly, I saw the whole thing of why they released CJ Gardner Johnson, or at least what people predicted. Like he's just been absolutely giving up, just like letting guys run free.
Not a
And
locker room guy. Not a locker room guy, apparently.
he's always been a head case. He's always been a head case. But I saw this stat that showed like the top five scoring defenses in terms of giving up the least amount of points, or maybe it was like top eight. And it's like, which one of these doesn't fit? And it showed records next to those teams, and everyone's at least 3-0 or 2-1. The Texans is like the top six, maybe. Fucking 0-3.
No,
Unbelievable.
let me help you,
I mean, look,
co-host.
look,
Let
look
me
at
help
the.
you, Cody. Let me help you because I sent this out for those of you that are in the DraftKings League and read my weekly reports. I threw this stat in there. The Texans are the first team in NFL history to give up less than 55 points through 3 weeks and be 0-3.
Yeah.
So that tells you defense dominant, legitimately Super Bowl defense, offense, boo boo cheese,
But
boo
it
boo.
just goes to show, coming from a guy in college that played on a pretty good defense, but with quite literally the worst offense in college football history at the time. I feel for them. I truly feel for them because it
Tough.
makes your defense look worse than it is. And if they have
They're
eight
still
more,
dominating. They're still dominating.
they're
It doesn't
still
matter.
dominating. But like, think about like everyone's like, oh, they lost the game for us. Giving up points at the end of the last couple weeks. Like Tampa Bay going down and scoring on that. Like, okay, fucking dude, they're drained. The team offense is going three and out. Believe it or not, that shit fucking catches up to you in playing these
100%.
games. And so, whatever. Digress. Anyway, football's back. We keep, I'm just
We're
trying to
back.
soak in every single week because fuck, dude, we're already in week 4 and we're gonna
Too
blink.
quick. It goes too
We're gonna
quick.
blink. We're gonna be on Turkey Day. We're gonna blink, and it's gonna be fucking Christmas. And it's like, God, come on, just slow down. Let's take this
Slow
one
down.
week at a time. A lot of football left. Hey, what a great What a great fucking week three, though. What a great fucking week three. I can't,
Terrible week three, I would say. But the Kraken did he made a proclamation
if
at
you
the end
guys don't remember, what did I end? Go look. It's on the YouTube channel.
on the
17
tape. It's on the
seven
tape.
all 17 views. You can go back and look at it. We predicted at the end of last week that Kraken lives in the depths. We lives in the depths. That's where we catch our prey. And we comes up and we snatch a little Kaiser Sose and bring him down for a little dinner.
It was a good week for the Kraken. And hey, we appreciate the viewers. 17 viewers. That means somebody's sharing it around for some outside sources, or Cody's watching it 6 times. One of the two is
It's
occurring, but we'd like to see
showed a
some.
couple coworkers. I showed a couple
Yeah.
coworkers what we're doing over here.
Pass it around. Pass it around.
Anyway, I guess we'll start there just because I'm really giddy about it. But honestly, Kaiser Sose, great fight. I was just telling Teague before the pod that I felt really bad because these are two desperate teams, much like the Texans. Oh, I said this stat, by the way. Did I say that at the start of the pod? Only one team in the last 30 years has started 0-3 in the NFL and made the playoffs. The other team.
You already did say that. You said that
Is it
already.
during the pod or was that
Yes.
before the pod?
No, that was during the pod. We understand. We understand
Short-term
that you
memory.
have.
CT, yeah, linebacker. Anyway,
We understand that you have hope,
I
and
assume it's something going on here too in the fantasy world because these were two 0-2 teams coming in, looking down in the dumps like, oh fuck, did we just blow away $500 again at the start of the year? Is this done? Um, but you know what? Two teams that came out 0-2 and had some good football on both sides. Uh, Caleb Williams, dynamite. I've been absolutely dynamite at the start of the year. I mean, what's his name's got to be Wizard. I mean, because you can't go from looking that bad as an offense to this good. Now I know there's been a revamped offensive line. There's been, some more, fun, nice little.
Doomsday's coming on. Doomsday's being what he was supposed to be.
Yeah,
But also, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. It's pretty much a flag plant. Whoever is playing the
Dallas.
Dallas Cowboys is going to score a lot of
For
points.
those
Russell
playing
Wilson
DFS, if
just
you're
threw
not
for
playing,
400 yards against them 10 days ago and got benched. So let's see what happens in the next couple weeks. But I will say
he played a good. Minnesota's not a crappy,
I'm somewhat bullish
football.
on Caleb Williams. I think he's going to be a solid guy. The problem is with him is, you know, I still don't know if his teammates really fuck with him. Like,
I mean, he paints
does the
his nails.
Bears
I don't know how you
organization
respect. I don't know how you respect a guy that paints his nails on a football field.
different? It's certainly different.
You know what? If you win football games, you can be as gay as I don't know, just really gay. Like I don't know. Give me a good analogy here.
I mean, you could say Michael Sam maybe.
Yeah,
That would
Marvin
be
Harrison caught a football pass.
Michael
Uh,
Sam would be probably a good
yeah, not
analogy.
as gay as Michael Sam. If you win football games, it doesn't
Doesn't
fucking matter.
matter. It's DEI is
Oh
heaven
no. What was
in
God, what what's
the NFL
what's
space.
what's the comedian who's like, dude, I know the best way to get Americans all get together
Yeah,
is
that's Shane
Shane
Gillis.
Gillis. He's like, you just go win football games. Like
Yeah.
every doesn't matter. You'd be like, oh fuck the gays, we don't like them. But all of a sudden they start 4-0 and you're like, hey, these fags are kind of good. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I think it's all about winning games. That's all we really care about. That's all the
It's-
city of Houston cares about. Unfortunately, it's bad for them. Packers were fine. Let's get back to the matchup.
Uh,
Cody, Caleb Williams, J.K. Dobbins, strong. Pacheco, I
bad,
could pretty much write him off as a bust this year.
bad, really bad. But we'll get to it here in a second. There's some good news coming out of this. Drake London, look, the targets.
30-0, they lost. 30-0. Penix looked terrible. Did we pull the trigger too quick on Kirk Cousins? Is it time to see Kirk O'Bangs? According to Raheem Morris, zero shot of that happening. I don't think you can do that.
Yeah,
But man, you don't get shut out by the Panthers. That's bad.
they have.
Bad.
I mean, I was about to say they have a good defense, but it was really bad. But
No, that's 30-0. You know that the
the
Falcons
defense
didn't
looked
make it to the 30-yard line the entire game.
okay. Then it's got to be more off. Their defense looked pretty good against Tampa and Minnesota. So I'm just saying The defense is a lot better than it was in the past year. They have an actual pass rush, which they haven't had in like 3 or 4 years. Um, if you hear my voice coming down a little bit, I had Boss Man come in and just tell me if I wake up our daughter up, she's gonna slit my throat. So,
Well,
uh,
let's keep it down.
yeah, but just keep it down. But dude, he's had 15 targets, four not great against Minnesota, and eight. Like he's getting the looks, they just suck dick. So I don't. Hopefully they figure it out. AJ Brown, thank God, came to life. Good
Back,
things happen. Why do they make this so hard? Why do they
came
make this
back.
so hard? Just give good football players the ball. It's not rocket science. Like same thing with the Texans. Give Nico Collins like find ways to manufacture touches and good
Yep.
things fucking happen.
Yep.
Um, suck my own dick here. Hunter Henry,
Henry.
1 point last week, and I was like, you know what? I mean, not that I'm trying to make myself seem like a good fantasy, but honestly, it was pure luck. There's no one else on the waiver wire. I mean, who the hell else am I pick up out there? Like Chig Okonkwo or whoever the hell else is out there. Like,
Chig 5 for 66 this week. Don't sleep on Chig.
okay, well, as much as I love Chig, 25 from Hunter Henry, our knight in shining armor this week
That's a win.
while we're waiting for George Kittle and the cavalry to come. Malik Neighbors, but Jackson Dart is on the arrival here, so hopefully has a big boom week. And then Seattle defense, you love to see it.
They look great.
Speak at 17, and you love to see them tonight. They're pretty freaking
They're
legit
playing.
with
They're playing good
McDonald.
ball.
McDonald's just got those boys running hot.
They're
Uh,
playing good ball.
the big news for the Kraken moving forward is, oh, sorry, we love fantasy football players and we really care about their health and who they are as human beings. But I've never celebrated more for a broken foot in my history than when James Conner went down. Purely for fantasy football speaking,
No comment. No comment.
I am by no means a Nazi or or for people getting hurt in the game of football, but purely speaking for fantasy, my team really needed that. And you know what? I actually was thinking about this. I had this thought today while I was taking shit in the office, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's a consolation if I let him know that, hey, I know this is a really rough time for you, but you made my day, you know, and
Yeah, why don't you send him a Twitter message? I'm sure he'll be
bringing
happy to hear that.
and bringing Trey Benson into the fold because my fantasy team is in really dire shape for an RB2. And
Get well soon, but not too soon, buddy. That's
no. We want to get you well soon, but it's like, hey, dude, it's already broken. Like, if it makes you feel better, you made my fantasy team more relevant. Like, it's broke. I didn't break it. I didn't do that. I'm just telling you, you made someone's day by that happening. So
I'm sure he'd love to hear that.
I I don't actually mean that. I don't actually mean that. Uh, but let's just talk about one guy. I want to talk for Kaiser Sose. Jonathan Taylor, man. This guy, if we're redrafting today,
One overall.
pick number one, hands down.
Yeah.
He
Pick
looks
them.
like the Jonathan Taylor that was being drafted one overall a few years ago. And again, is if this guy stays healthy, like sky's the limit.
Low key, a early running for like a running back in the MVP type year right now that he's having. Like,
I mean, he's getting passing work too, which was not happening at all in the last couple of years, which it was early on. But I mean,
did
guy,
you know the Colts' first punt of the season came in the second quarter of week 3?
yes, it did. Yes, it did.
That's impressive.
Not great for the Texans. Not great.
Clicking on all cylinders right now.
Not great. But I think things are going to look up for Kaiser Sose. Like Marvin Harrison, I
No,
don't know if
I
you
don't like
started.
that.
I don't know if you started him this week. I hope not, but I think that's not looking well if you've watched the game tonight. So struggling there, but I think Justin Jefferson, better days are ahead. Dalton Kincaid was a great start. We actually mentioned that as possible. Tiger Vision of the week is a great play there. Pearsall's legit, and hopefully when Purdy comes back, I mean he's looked great. He just hasn't found the end zone, but he's getting tons of targets. So like I think Sose is going to be in a fine spot looking going forward. Um, so keep the head up, Sose. Keep the head up. But we'll move along here. We got a long show ahead. Tegan, dive into the next one here.
Let's go Green Jackets and the Trumpsters. A narrow
Oh boy.
1.1 point victory. Uh,
Oh boy. I
what it
talked
what
to
it,
Harry
what
about
it
this
really
on the
came
phone.
down to, what it really came down to. Now you can't blame him for this. You can't blame him for this, but he decided to bench David Montgomery this week and came back to bite him a little bit. I don't know if that's candidate for Schmig of the week because Jordan Mason definitely a start. Brees Hall maybe could have debated that, but 31 points for Montgomery would have put you well ahead. And you had Junkins on the bench, who, let me tell you, that guy looks good. You got to, from going the receiver strategy, you actually have some damn good running backs right now. I think the Trumpsters, I hate to say this, it makes me want to throw up, but I think the Trumpsters might have one of the best teams in the league.
It's
Just pretty well rounded. CD Lamb getting hurt, that hurts a little bit, but you plug in one of those running backs and you can run a little three running back set. I think they drafted well, man. I will give my
it's
hats
uh
off to
it's a damn good team. It's we talked about it before the pod. It makes us I think we both yacked slightly before, but I think it's the best team in the league, just on paper.
wow.
Really,
Wow.
I think it's a really stacked bench. Like I think they just
They hit it.
I think they're going to be their own. Well, here's the thing here. Number one, Terry's saying that the only reason they lost was because Max didn't start David Montgomery. So he's never going to say that in front of us, but behind closed doors, Max is getting beaten with
Yeah.
An Arkansas uh, fraternity paddle right now behind closed doors. Um, might have sent the nails is they got connections in the government now, so they might have sent someone up there, do a little pig suey chant. Max comes out all happy as shit, and then all of a sudden takes a paddle
Boom.
in the ass right there, boom, right there, got him. But no, this is a damn good football team. Again, things are going to be looking up. Green Jackets, um, I mean, still caught the dub, but Ginty, like, again, this just goes back to like these rookie running backs. It's, I mean, their offensive line is putrid. Like, I mean,
Not the running backs. It's not the
I
running.
find it really difficult to understand how someone could be worse than the Texans' offensive line on blocking, but apparently Oakland, as well as we'll get to it later in Cincinnati, might be somehow worse.
Yep, I think we talked about the stat off the air. Genti is actually averaging negative yards before contact. That's just a terrible endorsement of your offensive line. He's getting hit in the backfield every single play. It's hard for him to do anything with that. I don't care how good you are. You got to get a little push up front, and they're just slinging the ball because they can't run it. Gino's slinging it. They can't run the ball. Maybe better days are ahead, but feels like offensive line is not something that just magically gets fantastic overnight. So I don't. I think Genti will just be decent this year because he gets the volume, but not going to be a big time player. I don't think.
And no pass down work. Like this guy led the entire FBS in receiving yards is I believe it was his sophomore year. It was around like 500-600 yards. He can do it. Like
Yep.
you don't
That's because Gino doesn't check down, bro. Gino slings it.
I just
Gino's
don't get
throwing bomb balls to Trey Tucker. He's
I
not trying
don't
to hit
I,
dump downs.
I don't get it as an offensive coordinator. Like, I'm not just saying you have to force feed guys every single time, but like find ways to give your playmakers the ball. And I don't understand it how you're an NFL offensive coordinator and you can't come up with
Shouldn't be hard.
giving
It shouldn't be
not
that. It's
not.
it's not that complicated.
Alvin Kamara, actually, fun fact, maybe this could be better days ahead for him. He is there's some murmurs on him on the trade block. Which is
I've heard some murmurs to the Chiefs, and let me tell you, that would be
that
interesting.
that actually just feels so right. Like that
Feels right.
combination just it was meant to be. If
I
that
think they lose to
that,
the Ravens this week,
if that
and
happens,
they
it
got to do
gives me like
something drastic.
it gives me like Jamal. Do you remember Jamal Charles and how fucking good he was for that? It was like a short stint, right? I feel like Jamal Charles was like the best player in fantasy football, and then all of a sudden he's gone. Like I don't know what happened, but
Well, I
that
think he tore his ACL, but besides that,
yeah, no, yeah, of course, yeah, that did happen. But that would be huge. Amon Ra mm,
great football player, just a
just as
football player.
consistent as ever be. And okay, here's an unsung hero here. Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
Currently, can you guess what wide receiver you just looked it up, didn't you?
No,
You did. You
I'm
did.
looking at his stats though. I would probably guess wide receiver 15.
8.
Wow.
Again, that's according to this number here. So
Yeah,
we showed this earlier. For some reason, Sleeper's app is not accurate. I was like, oh fuck yeah, Hunter Henry tight end 1. Let's go, baby. And it's actually Tucker Craft by like 1 point. So
yeah.
these
It
ranks
is
are
what it is.
fugazi. They are
It is
fugazi.
what it is. Garrett
Congrats.
Wilson, though, 13 targets with Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. You gotta love to see that. That's the one thing, volume is king, and
He's at
pretty
9
much,
and 8 the other two games though. Like
yeah.
it's not
Well, I
like
mean,
he's not getting looks
do you know who
yards.
the Jets trotted out as wide receiver two this week?
I don't know. Did they bring like Jericho Cotchery back?
Jericho Cotchery. What a name for it there.
It's a great pull right there.
That was a fantastic poll, but no, that's not the right answer. The right answer is Arian Smith.
Oh no, he's on my dynasty team.
Arian
Guess
Smith
what?
is wide receiver two.
Yeah. Yep.
And so basically, all that is to say is Garrett Wilson's going to get 10 targets a game.
Yep. Well, it's I got
Oh, yeah, the Green Jackets, solid team. Ferguson's also about to just get peppered with targets all year, especially when CD's out. Dak loves to throw those seam hospital balls, and Ferguson a lot of the times comes down with it, takes a hard hit, but Dak loves to throw that seam ball. So I think Ferguson's going to be
She
a good.
Rice. I know we're like what, like how many weeks? Four more? Is it week 6 he comes back or 7?
Depends. It just depends on how the response goes.
Rasheed Rice.
Rasheed Rice comes back week 7.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Week 7, that's gonna be big. That's gonna be big.
That's a huge injection to the arm there when that happens.
Yeah, that's big. I think he used a top waiver claim on Hollywood Brown after week 1, and he has now just currently dropped him. So that was a quick flash in the pan for old Hollywood. Um, Tyquan Thornton for Kansas City, by the way, looks pretty
He looks
pretty good.
nice. Is that who he just picked up?
I believe I did just pick him up. Or maybe
You-
he's still in the free agency.
No, he was out there last time I looked.
Yeah.
Keegan's probably gonna go scoop him as we speak here. Go ahead and make that acquisition.
Xavier Worthy's coming back. I'm not going to do that yet.
All
We,
right, but okay, we don't need to go on Trumpster's team. We've already raved, and I feel like I want to, again, yak every time I have to say something positive, but it's a good football team. Moving on here, hard eight with an absolute just
bone smashing.
hard dicking down of Nave
Yeah.
Especial. Um, Nave.
Nave, come on, dude.
Nave, when it rains, it pours. There's a lot of things going on here. Number one, Schmig of the week, hands down,
Big of the week.
Aaron Jones. Look, if we're playing in a $5 league with your grandma and you accidentally start
Yeah,
the guy
yeah. You
on
know what? Maybe you want grandma to win. Maybe you want
give
grandma to
grandma
win.
Mima a win, respect the elders. We're nice Southern men here. Give grandma Mima the win. But come on, dude. We can't do that. We can't do that. That cannot happen. Not that it would have made a difference if it was a closer game, you know,
But it's not that it was not a close
concept.
game. It's just a respect thing. You got to respect the league, respect the bust, respect the ring, respect the trophy. We need you to actually pay attention to your lineup and not be starting people that are on the IR. It's not even like he was like a late game scratch. This guy's on the IR. Come
Yep.
on, Benny. Let's be better
Unbelievable.
than that.
But if
I hope you get cursed and you lose every game from here on out because
uh,
of that decision.
Also on top of that, we want to give you something that makes you feel even shittier. So just a fun little Chase Brown stat. Tegan, you want to say yours first, and then I'll follow up with another Chase
Yes.
Brown stat. Go
Chase
ahead.
Brown stat. I had to triple and quadruple take. Again, this was in my DraftKings email,
That's
but
Charbonnet again. What a vulture. Fuck that guy.
touchdown.
Oh, it's a flag coming back. It should be Ken Walker. Bullshit. Sorry, go ahead.
So Chase Brown, again, I had to triple take this because there's no way this is possible. But Chase Brown has 47 carries for 93 yards. He has negative 54 yards before contact.
That's not good
Negative
enough.
54 yards before contact. I mean, the guy's getting hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage every single carry.
That's
That's insane.
that's
Absolutely insane.
it's also pretty absurd when like again they have two probably one of the best receiving cores in the league, and you would expect that, hey, we need to cover these behemoths on the outside that frees up the inside in. That is not the case. Um, I heard this stat today, totally vultured it, but thought it was an absolutely insane stat. Chase Brown has 47 rushing attempts for a total of 93 yards after 3 weeks. In the modern Super Bowl era, there's been 813 players with 47 rush attempts after 3 games. Chase Brown ranks dead last in yards amongst those players. Number 813 out of 813.
Well, it's hard to do when you're getting hit behind the line of scrimmage on every single carry. But yeah, it's not looking good for the Bengals. And just a friendly reminder, when you have two of the top three guys on your team paid wise at receiver, you can't bolster the front's offensive line and the defensive line. It's that's not a recipe for winning football. I don't know how many times we got to see it, unless you got a rookie quarterback. But oh no, Joe Burrow's also making $60 million. You got $100 million tied up between your quarterback and two receivers.
Win in
Where's
the
the
trenches,
money
baby.
going?
It's
Where's
always
the
in the
money going?
trenches.
You
Always with
gotta you gotta spend money. You gotta keep your quarterback up first of all, and you gotta spend money on your offensive line. The Bengals. I don't know. I saw somebody comparing Burrow to who was it, Andrew Luck,
oh,
and
that's actually a great comparison.
I hate to like kind of agree with that, but I mean, could we see the same trajectory?
Pretty accurate.
The guy just getting
Pretty.
drilled left
And
and right.
was Andrew Luck? Was it the concussions with him, or was it? I know he had some knee
I think
stuff.
it was his entire body. The guy was getting sacked like 7 times
Yeah,
a game.
old General. Well, fuck. What was the? Someone had the. You ever see the act thing on Twitter where it was like uh, General Luck, and he was like, "Oh, this year in the South, we took a tough loss to the Bulls." It's like it's fucking stupid.
It's bad though. The Bengals are a dumpster fire. I mean, Nico Collins finally had a good splash week. Now Mike Evans is hurt for Benning.
It's gonna
It's
be a
just
couple weeks too. Gonna be a
yeah.
couple weeks.
Luckily, he's got Jordan Mason coming off suspension. I mean Jordan
Jordan
Mason,
Addison.
so he can plug him in there. But Benning, it's not looking good for you, brother. It's looking a little suspect for your long term prospects. Now, flipping on the other side, we talked a lot of shit about him last week. We talked a lot of shit about him, and he flashes with 112 points. The heart rate,
Marion Hampton. That's
nice week, and
purely.
Hampton is looking good
I mean,
with Najee going out. That's huge.
the efficiency wasn't great on the ground, but what you love to see, 7 targets and 6 catches in the pass game. Love to see
Yep.
it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Huge week for Hampton, and honestly, again, I don't know if you share the same sentiment as I do with Connor and you on Najee, but apparently your fantasy team does because that was huge.
That's big.
16 points from Pittsburgh. Um, Bashal Tutin sitting in the wings there, starting to kind of eat into Etienne's,
He's
fire.
got both of them. He's got both of
No,
them.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think it's interesting. Like Etienne's slowly trending. I wouldn't say trending down. Like he's doing solid. Like Etienne's RB9 of the year. He's not in any, serious issue. I just worry about to a point where I think Tutin's starting to become more and more entrenched in the offense a little bit. And I think as we get more into the year, it's like, fuck, like if you
It's gonna
have
be tough.
guys, like who the fuck are you going to start? But it's a good problem to have. Like I think they're both solid. Xavier Worthy coming back this week. He is starting him against me. I think he's going to be on a pitch count. So, yeah, take that with what you will, dude. Uh, so you want to roll him out? Go ahead. He might go in there for like 15 plays. But no, yeah, great win. Bijan, 13 points after being down 30-0. Like I think you're going to take that, and just really high floor, and Bijan's just going to Bijan. So, uh, enough to say about that. On to the next one.
Schmegasaurus Rex, Golden Nuts. Golden Nuts, got a splash week from old Jalen Hurts. They went down early. They abandoned the run. They started slinging it, and Hurts looked pretty damn good. 3 touchdowns in the air, one on the ground. Top quarterback of the week, actually. And then, Bucky had a nice little 12 points. James Cook, I mean, we gloated about him last week. Just a fantastic football player. He's only playing like 55% of snaps, but I mean, he looks fantastic. He looks absolutely fantastic. And
It's
Buffalo's just running the ball at will on people. They're mashing people up front. Cook's explosive.
he had 5.7 yards per carry. He's
Yeah,
getting involved. He had 3 targets in the pass game. I mean, he's got 4 touchdowns
good look.
on the year. He's got a touchdown in every game. He had 2 last week. He just I was really thinking there was going to be some regression this year, and boy, was I wrong. Just great.
No, I mean, and then you look at his receivers too, like Jamar. You got to bet on talent there. Like he'll get it going.
I think
Devontae Adams get peppered with targets.
yep,
Uh,
8
yeah,
targets last
that
week.
was the claim. That was the claim all year for me is that if Stafford stays healthy, both of these receivers are going to eat because
Yep,
Stafford is the wide receiver god maker. He
yep.
just, I mean, the guy's just an animal. Stafford looks great. That was a terrible loss they took, but they're a good football team. I think Devontae is going to have a great year. Jawan Johnson, again, has been really solid these first 3 weeks. Javonte Williams started the game really strong. The Cowboys suck. They had to start passing the ball. He stopped getting the rock. He had 10 carries for 76 yards, and then they just abandoned the run. Um, but then he also has Keenan Allen on his bench, who's looked freaking
Yeah,
fantastic.
I was just looking at that too. Like his bench is solid, and Chris Godwin,
Yeah,
by the way, is coming back this week.
Godwin's coming back.
He's going to be on a pitch count, but now
Michael Pittman looks great.
you could have a situation where Godwin, a couple weeks going forward, and if you still have Mike Evans out, and you have a Ibuka there, Godwin could really step into a huge.
He's got a great bench, man.
It's a great bench. So that flex position, like that's one of those ones where it's like you love having a great bench, but then you pull your freaking hair out because
Every
you got
week.
the wrong fucking guy.
Every week.
So again, we talked about it, I think, last week. Gold Nuts is a really good team. Source, your team looks absolutely abysmal. So I believe Kyler Murray, I don't know let's see what he's up to now. He's got 1.74 points this week, Bob. 1.7, and we're currently about to enter into the fourth quarter. Not
I think we could see our first 0-14 team here.
this
Um,
It's unbelievable. And you know what? He has no excuse because what he touted, and we talked about this before the draft, because he's talked about how great his dynasty team is. He has this knack for finding talent, but he's always a year too early. And we talked to said Tanner. Okay, great. You evaluate talent and you want to say you did a great job, but you were a year too early. You know what the stipulation of this league is. It's not dynasty. You're not saying, oh, I knew he was good. It was just a
yeah.
year after. Like, who the fuck says
Congratulations, dude. You drafted a first round receiver in the first round of fantasy. That doesn't win you fantasy.
Which also, by the way, you don't have any rookie other than, I mean, I guess you have three rookies all on your bench, but none are starters. And so I don't want to hear it. This is a bad football team. Also, you picked up you pick who's on the outside, you have Kyler Murray, and then who else did you pick up? Sam Darnold. You picked up Sam Darnold this week, and you left him on the bench. Didn't do shit. So it's just Kyler Murray's looking bad. Hubbard, I think, is going to be fine. He's hasn't had like a boom week like last year, but he's just been chalky, just around 15 points, steady Eddie. Tony Pollard, again, actually a guy I liked coming into the year, has not looked great. I think Tennessee's offense at all. They've had some tough matchups.
Tough
They're
matchups.
playing Houston, so Houston is not great against the run. So I think he can actually have a solid week. Brian Thomas, like really fucking disappointing. Really, 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 really. Guys, any clips? What do you think his max point he had like in a game he's had this year?
8.
8.5.
Yeah, I believe there's another fun stat. I think Trevor Lawrence to Brian Thomas is the worst quarterback rating duo in the entire NFL. It's not looking good. He's feeding him the rock. Brian Thomas somehow kind of forgot how to catch, which is interesting. He looks a little frustrated. I just, I mean, you got to bet on talent again with this guy, but
Well,
for the time being, it doesn't look good.
here's one thing that could help him is Travis Hunter could be playing corner this week as one of their starting corners went down. Not that Travis Hunter's been getting peppered with targets, but at least it frees up. But honestly, it's looked like Diami Brown is the wide receiver one at this point.
But he got hurt. He got hurt this week.
That's right.
Only out for probably 1 week. Parker Washington, wide receiver one in Jacksonville.
I just saw Doc picked him up in I think it was Guillotine League.
Shout out Travis High School, dude.
Travis High School. But that thing we need to talk about here. I know it's really early. I think it's going to be fine. But Brock Bowers taking out the two, you're betting big on him. And for a guy to come out with 14, 6.3, and 7.8, that's not what you spend
That's not doing it.
early second round turn pick on.
No, a tight end that early, he's got to be putting up 15 a game
Minimum.
every game.
I mean, that's what like
Now he's got a knee injury, and I think he's got a big brace on his knee. There might be, he got hurt week one. That might be slowing him down a little bit, and he's still getting the looks, but
I
it's
think
just
he's gonna be fine. I think it'll iron itself out, but boy, you can't have that. You can't have.
nope.
Moving on here, Commissioner. We'll save yours for last because I know this is that was a tough one. But Bruiser, again, a guy that we talked up early on, took a hard L to Battle Bears. Lamar just doing Lamar things. Even with Saquon having a pedestrian day for Saquon Sanders at 7.5, as mentioned, got down early. Saquon, let's talk about this a little bit now. Again, his floor has been solid at 16 points. Like, I think he's fine. Um, but relative
Lost
to
a
where
step.
you
Did he lose a step?
guy had a ton of carries last year. No one, I think, whatever the stat was, anyone who's ever finished with that many carries or RB1 like in the previous year, it really saw regression. Like it just takes a toll. Saquon's a guy who's had injury history. They do have a phenomenal offensive line. So again, Saquon's gonna be fine. I'm just saying, just be careful there. Be very wary.
Yeah, I mean, with the Battle Bears, they still got Lamar holding it down, looking like an MVP candidate again. Saquon, Kieran Williams is just fucking getting 15 every single week, it feels like.
Orland Sutton, after
Sutton
putting
had another splash week. He's a dog. Jacoby actually had an off week this week because they were just peppering Trey Tucker.
Marvin
Uh,
Harrison touchdown.
really?
He caught a touchdown.
Oh, wow.
He almost cried in the end zone because he was so happy. I'm not even kidding. He literally prayed when he got to the end zone.
That's a shocker. Marvin Harrison. Didn't have him in my showdown lineups. That's going to hurt, Bob. Um,
No separation. Classic.
But yeah, I mean the Battle Bears team is fine. I think Jalen Warren is RB1 in Pittsburgh. He can start throwing him in the lineup. Quentin Johnston looks great. That's another guy that you can kind of maybe throw out there every week at this point. I mean, he's looking like wide receiver one
They
in
said
LA.
they showed the stats on that, and they talked about other than snap percentages and like who's running the most routes. It was Ladd McConkey. Every other receiving stat after that, McConkey was dead last behind Keenan Allen and
Yep.
Quentin Johnson.
And I believe we made that claim after week two. We were a little nervous about McConkey, and I would be even more nervous again after this last week. Keenan Allen's got more targets. Quentin Johnston's got more targets. McConkey's good. He's a great football player, but he's not a 15th overall fantasy pick.
Right.
So I think that was a little early. And I mean Herbert looks fantastic, but he's spreading the ball around. Grizz's team's all right. It was a good win. He's on to 3-0. So not we can't bash too much on him.
Uh, Going to Bruiser, Mariota, great pickup, great play, 20
Great
points
play.
after having Jaden Daniels out. That was a great pull. Um, we talked about it while at the beach on vacation. Mariota's had stepped in and done really well whenever you've had injuries, so that was solid. McCaffrey just having another just again,
Fantastic
your
year.
son of a bitch. He would have been my pick over Neighbors if he was available, but he sniped him right before. A Chain, again, having put himself a pretty good year together. Only 12 points last week, but you'll take that as a floor. Debo, uh, rough week for Debo.
Rough week for
Unfortunately,
Debo.
this
They,
is
they
not.
just didn't throw the ball that much. They only threw the ball 20 times.
Yep. Unfortunately, this is not our dynasty league where he probably put up like 18 points because of kick returns, which is ridiculous. That's just even a thing. But uh, Ibuka again could be stepping into an even bigger role after starting the season off super hot. He is dealing with some injury issues, um, but going against Philly, they're probably going to have to pass the ball because it's going to be. I think it's
Yep.
going to be a higher scoring match here. Rolling out Harold Fannin Jr. Some issues at the tight end spot looking there. 4 points against the old pack. Not a good day for Harold Fannin. So who's this? Did he have a tight end hurt or something? Is that just tight end one?
That's tight end one. That's tight end one.
I saw he did pick up Mark Andrews, pick up Isaiah Likely, drop him. Picked up Mark Andrews, dropped him. I believe he just picked Mark Andrews back up just moments.
That was like asking your wife where she wants to go to eat. He's very indecisive in that free agency acquisition. Although Caleb, I will give you your flowers, man. You are active on the free agency list. I mean, you probably already have 20 ad drops, and I
I think
respect it.
every year when we
Always trying
look
to
at
win.
it, I think every year when we look at the additional dollars we're throwing into the pot for the acquisitions, Caleb might be at the top.
Yes. Yeah, so tip of the hat for you for just being active management. You're not a passive management, you're not an ETF, you're an active manager. You're trying to pick the right stocks. It looked like your tight end was not the right stock, unfortunately, but keep trying and maybe you hit on one of them.
Some concerns here I have about his team. The bench is looking like
Suspect.
The Sahara Desert. It
Very
is.
suspect.
You can start getting into bye weeks here. It gets rough.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Um,
that's gonna be tough for the Bruiser during the bye weeks.
RJ, unless I mean, again, Harvey. I'm saying this as a Dobbins owner, so take it what you will. But Dobbins is the fucking guy there. As of now,
Okay.
at least. Juwan Jennings, I guess he's hurt, so maybe everything can be fine there. Darnell Mooney's still rehabbing shoulder, having issues. Wandale Robinson, not anything to write home there about, although he had one splash week again against, of course, Dallas. So, like, take that what you will. He's got Isaiah Likely, or sorry, I guess per this at this time he had Isaiah Likely, but now he has Mark Andrews. So after the splash week from Andrews, but yeah, I think two solid teams. I worried about Caleb's bench, but I like Battle Bears team a lot with a lot of solid options on the bench there. Tegan, do you wanna do the
Yeah, we could go to our matchup.
honor?
I was sweating it out Monday Night Football against Crawford. He had Herbert go for 16, Kenneth Walker 17, and the rest of his team kind of pedestrian. Odunze had 13, McBride had 13. Derrick Henry, another guy, massive week one, and then the last 2 weeks, looking a little bit more humanish, and can't hold on to the football apparently,
Yeah,
which is a problem. And now he doesn't have any risk of getting touches taken away from him because he still is the big dog. But a little concerning that he gets 3 touches in a row on the 1 yard line and can't put it in the end zone. When's the last time you've seen that with Derrick Henry? It just
yeah,
doesn't.
it doesn't happen. I mean, you just think they become a little bit more creative in ways down there, especially with Lamar. Like just very odd, very
It's so weird with Derrick Henry. Even like I watched those 3 runs again the other day, and it's like he, as big of a dude as he is, he kind of runs straight up and down,
very
and
up and down. Well,
and they
that's
were
that's
kind of smacking him.
it's pretty normal. Like, do you remember Josh Jacobs? Like, the biggest thing with those guys, and as a fellow ex linebacker, you have to get those fuckers down before they get rolling.
Yep,
As soon as they catch a head of steam,
you're
it's
done.
think of a freight train, right? If a freight train just standing there, just getting going out, you got a little chance. As soon as that fucker has all those, carts behind them and they got all the head of steam, you're
He's
fucked.
done.
So
He's
like
done.
shoot the gap on those fuckers. By the way, Sam Darnold just dropped an absolute dime to JSN down on 3rd and 6. Oh, what a dude, Sammy D, like
He
good for
looks
this
great.
guy. Good for this freaking guy.
Looks absolutely fantastic. Just a resurgence for him, and you gotta love to see it. We'll finish it up here with my team. 17 from Baker. Jahmyr Gibbs on Monday night, 24 points. He kept me in the game. Josh Jacobs got kind of shut down by Cleveland, only 10. Pickens had a nice game with 15 with CD going out. But then this is where it gets ugly for me. T. Higgins, um, he's just got to ride my bench. He is my third overall draft pick. The Bengals are a dumpster fire. Now they played Minnesota, who has a fantastic defense, but I just can't feel comfortable rolling him out right now unless he just has a marquee matchup. And then Kelsey's got Taylor Swift on his mind. He's yelling at Andy Reid. He's getting in arguments with Andy Reid on the sideline. I think it's going to help him when he gets Worthy back and when he gets Rashee Rice back, and some of the attention
He
can
doesn't
get
look
taken
the same.
away. But he doesn't look the
He's
same.
not the same, dude. Like, I
But
mean,
they're doubling him.
he wasn't the same last year. Like
No, but they're
he's
doubling him. I mean, they're doubling him in the red zone. They're shadowing him because they don't really feel the other guys are a threat right now. So I think Rasheed and Worthy getting back is actually going to help their offense in general. So I think Kelsey will still be fine. But my biggest bust, and this is what I just needed this guy to just do something, and I win this week. Zay Flowers, 2 catches for 13 yards. He put up 25 and 15 the first 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, Zay's a must start. It's going to be a shootout, and it was
I
38
think
to
this is
30.
though. I think this is more typical though. Like when we were talking the last weeks, you were saying Zay is just this consistent, steady Eddie guy, and I'm like, Zay win. He's like a Deshaun Jackson, right? Where he's like he'll straight up win you a freaking week, and then
He'll lose me a week.
head off into the abyss. Like that is what you get with Zay Flowers. Ultra talented. Like the guy is. I'm not questioning the talent for Zay Flowers. Never have questioned it. It's just like kind of what Baltimore does sometimes.
Yep, final drive of the game, or one of the final drives of the game, fucking runs a beautiful little comeback route. Lamar sails it 15 yards over his head. That would have got me the win. Then they go for a 2-point conversion. Zay's wide open. Again, Lamar sails it over his head. That also would have got me the win. Ultimately, I could have started Tyreek over one of those two guys. I would have won.
Cam
But my,
Scatterboo.
my saving grace is I got Scottaboo
Scatterboo.
now. I got Scottaboo, and he's going in the lineup every week until Tyrone Tracy comes back. And even when
God, you
Tracy
love to
comes
have
back,
that guy on your football team. That's
yeah,
just
he's just a
fun.
grinder.
That's just,
A grinder.
it's kind of like the head coach from Detroit. Like you just love those guys. Like
He's a football guy.
you just love football guy. Dan Campbell, Scatterboo. Like that's what football. Oh wow, they missed the field goal.
Oh wow, so you got a game. Let's we need to wrap this up so I can go watch this.
Okay, all right, let's wrap this up here. Football guys. Whew. Uh,
Football guys.
Boss Hog, Herbert comes back down to earth a little bit after starting it off pretty hot. I guess kind of in line with what he did last week, 18 and 16. 16 points this week. Again, Derrick Henry, we already kind of talked about that. Ken Walker, resurgence. Not that it was efficient by any means on the ground, but he fell into the end zone twice. So saved the day there, or else he had 38 yards on the ground and 12 yards receiving. McConkey, we touched base on this. Really worried about that. The only saving grace here um, from the abysmal pick, just kind of switch where you picked McConkey and Adunze. Adunze is looking like he should have been the second round
Uh,
that McConkey was.
yep.
Just really, really solid work from him. And as we said, he is, I believe, the new wide receiver one um, in that in that uh, in that wide receiving core in Chicago. Trey McBride, God, just get this freaking guy. I don't get to another guy like why do you not I mean, I guess he has the targets there, but like the guy's too talented to not get in the end zone more. Like
Yeah, you would think so. You would think so. But Crawford, good win, I guess. We both sucked. You pulled it off. Lastly, we'll do a quick little recap of the standings right now. Battle Bears 3-0 at the top spot. Crawford squeezes out a victory 3-0 also. And then you have, and by the way, Crawford is 3-0 but has the ninth points of the league. So he's getting some good defensive matchups there. And then you got one, two, three,
always have
four,
those.
five 2-1 teams after that. Uh, Bruiser, Trumpster, Golden Nuts, Green Jacket, Heart 8, all at 2-1. The Commish and the Kraken at 1-2 at 8-9. And then three 0-3 teams. Kaiser, Soze, Schmigasaurus Rex, and Nave Especial. Just kind of grinding at that bottom of the leaderboard. Again, I think we could see an 0-14 team with the Schmig. I don't want to speak too early, but it's not looking good for that guy. Kaiser Sose also not looking good. Benning's not even dialed in. He's starting IR players. So let's get better, guys. Let's have a good week. Let's have a good week. Let's get a bounce back win for the Texans at home. Let's get a
Yeah.
domination. Let's get a
God, we
domination
need a
win.
good dominating win. Like I want to feel good about the offense. I want to come out of a football game. God, I miss like I never thought I'd say this. I miss the Matt Schaub days. I never thought I'd say this. I just miss Gary Kubiak and Matt Schaub so much because like that offense just rolled, baby. I mean, you knew
Like
like Arian Foster just put
Aaron Foster, zone run. He's taking his
150 and then play
pick
action bomb to Dre. They did the classic. I don't know. They must have ran that play 50 times in the year and it worked,
every
50%
time.
of the time. Just play action
50% of the time, every
bomb.
time.
Every time, every time. But all right, best of week. Good luck, this gents. Thank God football's back.
We're
Peace.
back. See ya.